I stand here today not as a politician, but as a revolutionary. Now people throw around that term a lot, revolution. What does that mean? It means that we are working day and night to end the dictatorship that we live under currently. People say that on November 6th, you have the option of choosing either Democrat or Republicans. But I say you really only have one option, and that's choosing the capitalist parties, the parties of war, the parties of unemployment, the parties of oppression, the parties of police brutality. We have a 10-point program that we're giving out. It's on this palm card. Our 10-point program is unique because it talks about issues that no other party is talking about, even some of the third parties. Point number one of our program is to make a job a constitutional right. It means that anybody that wants to work should be given the opportunity to work. Right now, we are being forced into idleness. We are being forced to sit on our couches, even though there's so much to do in our communities. We say that if there's so much to do in our communities, that we should give the opportunity to people to work in what is needed. And that's point number one of our program. Point number four of our program is end mass incarceration. Stop police brutality. Now, should this be a national issue? Is this just a problem out here in Long Island? Is police brutality just a problem in New York City, in Long Island? Is it just a problem in Atlanta? Is it just a problem in Miami or Chicago or LA? Police brutality is a national epidemic. And you can ask any of the police officers that are standing on the line right now, how many poor and working people they've beat up in their lifetime. How many poor and working people have they incarcerated for doing nothing more than trying to get their families ahead? So we of course talk about police brutality. We talk about the fact that a black man is killed once every 36 hours in this country by some kind of law enforcement force. But this is something that you will not see in the debates tonight. Something else you won't see in the debates tonight is point number 10 of our program. Seize the banks, jail Wall Street criminals. And why shouldn't we seize the banks? Didn't we bail them out? Aren't the banks only around right now because me and you gave them trillions of dollars of our tax money? And what have they been doing with those trillions of dollars of our tax money? They've been foreclosing on our homes. They've been increasing college tuition. They're foreclosing on people's homes now. The biggest banks, 10,000 people are being foreclosed on every single day. 10,000 people every single day. And sometimes we forget about what that means. Sometimes we just think about 10,000 people as some kind of a number. But if you've ever been foreclosed on, if you've ever been threatened with foreclosure, you know exactly what that means to you and your family. It means not being able to sleep at night. It means wondering if I'm going to buy medication today or if I'm going to pay my rent or my mortgage. We're here representing the 37 million students who right now are in student debt. 37 million. Where are they being represented in those debates? We say cancel all student debt. We want to become supposedly the greatest country in the world, where we can start off by educating every single person that wants to go to school, that wants to go to college. We're talking about seizing the banks to give every single person in America the right to a home. We think housing should be a right. There are 18.5 million empty homes, mainly being owned by banks, and there are only 3.5 million homeless people. So the housing crisis could end right away. We're not out here asking for your vote. We're not out here because Peta and myself think that we could do a better job sitting in the Oval Office. We're out here today because we say if we want to win, if we really want to win, if the 47% want to win, if the 99% want to win, it's not going to happen by just voting for some smart person on November 6th. If we look at history, real victory, real triumph, Real change has only come through the street. It has only come with people saying, you know what, we're not going to take this system anymore. We want a different system, a system that makes sense. We want democracy in our workplaces. We want democracy in our schools, not just democracy on one day. And if I have a little bit more time, I could talk about democracy for who? What about the 5.5 million people that can't vote because they're so-called felons? What about the 12 million people who can't vote because they're so-called illegals, whatever that means? What about the 21 million people who weren't able to vote in 2008 because they didn't have a valid government-issued photo ID? What about the fact that our elections are being held on a Tuesday? Why not hold it on a Sunday? They don't really want people to vote. That's the bottom line. Just exactly. They don't want us really to debate tonight. So that's why we're out here. We're out here trying to get people involved. Please pick up a flyer. Please sign up to the placards because we need more than just voters. We need revolutionaries. Thank you very much.